All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, and we are doing a video called 3 Tiny But Mighty Pocket Knives That Do Work. And of course, this is going to be a review of the Vosteed Raccoon Pup, but we're going to compare it to some other really cool small knives, as well as its big brother, the Raccoon. Now, this is a Vosteed. I purchased this. This is the Raccoon Cub. Did I say pup a minute ago? Anyway, 14C28N, satin blade, white G10 handle, and this is going to be going to Mrs. Knives Fast, who really likes the look of this and is going to enjoy it very much. By the way, Knives Fast channel, definitely stick around and check it out. So let's just start by getting into the Raccoon Cub. This is, as you can see, an abbreviated version of the Raccoon. Now, there's been a bunch of different versions of the Raccoon. I think there's been a liner lock. There was an original plunge button lock, and now we have the top liner lock, which is the one I kept with this beautiful blue micarta. And you can see right off the bat our comparison size. It is not just smaller, it is much smaller, as you can see. So we'll go over that, and we'll do some more comparisons here in a moment. But guys, my absolute rule for a tiny knife is that I got to be able to get 4 fingers on it. And back here you see I can't, but they gave us this choil. And guys, this is great. You get 4 fingers. Now, you do have a very small blade, but a very well made and a very able knife. Now, we have a front flipper. As you can see, it takes a little more force to do that. The detent is really, to me, dialed for the thumb stud. And yes, I can middle finger flick it off of the thumb stud. It's a little softer for the front flipper, but not bad. It has more to do with the blade being so thin and light than anything. We do have green thumb studs, white G10, really cool. Reversible loop over pocket clip, and they shortened it, which makes this so much better. So many companies do a tiny knife and then they still give you this big honking clip. No. So we have reversible. We do not have a filler tab at all, and we do have a lanyard hole. Now, this guy came dead centered, and when we open it up, you can see we have nice lockup. We are locked up at about a 30. There's a tiny bit of side to side. I have not adjusted this at all. It's not going anywhere, guys. It is locked up very, very well, as you can see, and there's no side to, there's a little side to side, no up and down is what I'm trying to say. Decent access to the lock bar. We do have jimping. You guys know I don't really like or need that, but this bar moves very easily, so it's not a big deal at all. As you can see, let me move that. All right. You can see it moves out of the way very good. Now, on tiny knives, I tell you guys, when you have thumb studs, you have to kind of get down here. So my grip usually ends up being the clip. At that point, you can see I'm hugging that clip and flicking it. It's a little awkward for me with longer fingers. I kind of got to choke back, but it's not bad. I mean, it works really well. And again, it works, and actually I would say it's a little easier to front flip it as far as just not having to get all crammed up in the back there. And the front flipper is done in such a way that this guy is not going to come up and get you. And you guys know I don't like that. So, right off the bat, I said that this is a video of 3 tiny knives that work. Now, look at this. Now, you got to be careful to stay out of that choil, but those are pretty long cuts for a tiny knife. You can see this guy is thin. It is very, very thin. We got our pinch grip up here where you can get down into stuff like this, jimping here and here. Very nice. That's where I land on this one as a rule anyway. All right, so normal comparisons. Come on, we're going to dwarf this thing with either of these. The Ontario Rat 2 is way bigger. The Ontario Rat 1 is enormously bigger, okay? And then we're going to put our friend, the original Raccoon, back out here. Now, you can see we have a lot less blade on the Raccoon Cub. As a matter of fact, let's just talk about that. Now, guys, this is a $50 knife. That's it. $50. There are 4 versions available. I will leave a link down below. If you use my link, it does help the channel, but no pressure at all. Now, this guy is, well, there we go. It is a 2.34 inch blade length, and the overall is only 5.57. The blade thickness is 0.98, very thin, and then we have tapering towards the tip, and we have a nice high flat grind that gives you just this effortless cutting with a very good geometry. Very similar to what you see on this guy, but even smaller and thinner. 14C with 60 plus 2, they call it, on the HRC. Flat grind, of course, reversible clip. Handle thickness 0.41, so very thin. Feels great ergonomically, no issues there. The clip, you know, you feel the clip, but it's not a hot spot to me. 2.4 ounces, very nice. These are made in China and designed by you, not you, but you, Y-U-E. And very cool. Now, what are our other two tiny but mighty knives that you can work with? Guys, you've heard me talk about this guy over and over and over and over and over. To me, the Spyderco Dragonfly is what started this trend. People have copied this with different designs. You can see I have used the ever-loving crap out of this knife. This is in crew wear, and I am telling you, this guy just bites and cuts like nobody's business. Phenomenal knife. Again, not great back here because I'm hanging off. Up here with the choil, I got 4 fingers and I can do whatever I want. Actually, to be honest, I like the thumb ramp, but choked up, I like to be out here. So in that way, the Raccoon Cub, is better because I got swedging up here and this doesn't feel nearly as good cutting like this. So with the Spyderco, you're really like this. So I would say ergonomically, the Raccoon Cub has it beat. Now, third one is the Divo Nip. And Kevin from Lefty EDC and Divo Knives has pretty much said, whoa, sorry guys, I was trying to raise, there we go, the brightness here. This is a funny video. But anyway, Kevin basically said he loved the Dragonfly and he was trying to make a Dragonfly-sized knife. And that's what they did with the Nip. I would say of the 3, the Nip has the best lock bar access and it nice snappy flipper. Now, the difference with that flipper is I don't have to choke back as badly. I can be way up here, have a nice full grip on the knife and flip it. Or I can middle finger flick it and feel. So again, thumb studs just cause you to back up quite a bit. Am I going to throw the knife or anything? No, I'm not. So ergonomically, again, 3 fingers back here and you kind of fall off. 4 fingers choked up like this and a Wharncliffe blade. So we have a leaf-shaped blade in the Dragonfly, a really nice drop point. You know, almost a leaf in the Raccoon Cub and also the Divo Nip with this beautiful Wharncliffe. Now, guys, obviously these are in 3 different worlds pricing wise. As a matter of fact, let's do it like this. So you've got this guy at 50 bucks. I believe this was somewhere just north of $100 when I bought it. This was a DLT exclusive, and I'm not sure they're even still available. And I know this particular version of the Nip is not available, but they're about to come out with the Nip Lite. So I will send you some information. They're coming on August the 15th, the Nip Lite. I should have one soon to show you. But these were around $175 in S90V and carbon fiber. And I'm not sure the price on the Nip Lite, but they're in aluminum and G10. And I think they're going to be very, very reasonable. So you will be able to get into one, probably more like around the price of this guy. Not quite as cheap as this. So it depends on what you're looking for. But either way, guys, these are 3 fantastic knives. Now, by the way, I don't know what I did with my cardboard. Here we go. You can tell, I mean, all 3 of these are workers. I mean, these are all knives, and this guy is unbelievable in the way it cuts. And I have only stropped this since I got it. It has just been, whoops, and don't get in the in the, well, I don't know, maybe I do need to strop it again. Okay, so apparently I need to strop this guy, so that is hilarious. There we go. All right, so I was just going at it from the wrong angle, and this cardboard, like I've said several times, is super duper, you know, soft, and it tends to buckle when you're trying to cut. So it definitely cuts. Probably needs a little stropping though. Definitely. Oh yeah, definitely needs a little strop. But very, very, very cool. 3 really awesome small knives, and you can pick your price range, you can pick your materials, you know, and more coming with the Nip Light. And, by the way, the Nip Slip, which is going to be a slip joint version of that fairly soon as well. So really, really cool. Guys, let me know what you think of this video style and my craziness, apparently, and these 3 knives. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys. Please consider hitting that notification bell to all, as it will help out the channel, and I will have links to each of these down below, or at least to, you know, they may not be available to, but to reasonable facsimiles and information on the Nip Light coming soon. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.